Podcast, where we flip the script on gossip, turning negativity into positivity. Join us as we redefine the conversation, focusing on the good, the inspiring, and the uplifting stories that shape our world. It's time to change minds, one positive gossip at a time. Let's dive into the stories that make us smile, inspire change, and celebrate the best in people. This is QT Gossip, where good news is the headline of every episode. Now it's time for tea time with the Queens.
Welcome, one and all, to the most royal gathering in podcast history. Tonight, we present a court of dazzling personalities and reigning greatness. First, get ready for the wit and charm, the unstoppable S6 Chomps, ruling the kingdom with style and swagger and with epic vibes. Next, the enchanting and wise Nuri, whose presence is as captivating as the stars in the night sky. Behold, Bronina, the warrior monarch with a flair for the dramatic, while promoting all that is regal. Prepared to be dazzled by Diva Queen Bee, the sovereign of sass and the goddess of glamour, commanding attention with every single word. And finally, we present the host of QT Gossip herself, the one, the only Miss Queen Lily, the reigning empress of elegance, grace, and pure positive tea. Let the royal proceedings begin! This is your kingdom, and we are here to slay!
Great to see some lovely faces out there tonight as we make the return. God, it's been like 3 months.
I know, it's been a very, very long time, and I'm so freaking excited. Is there anyone else super, super excited? Who else is excited? Me, that's right.
New year, definitely.
Yes.
New
Yes,
year,
I am
new
so excited.
stage, new setup, new everything. It's a dream come true.
Yes,
And new.
it is awesome, and I think it's time to flip that switch right over there up to positive because that's all we do
Oh,
is we
yes.
promote positive. We promote people here who don't get a lot of, promotional wise on their aspects. So I'm super, super excited to start. And we have a lot of new things happening, guys. There's so much new things that's going to be
Oh,
happening
yes.
with Queen's Talk Gossip, okay? We're going to have some fun games. We're going to have some fun vibes. We got our own very house DJ right up. Eventually, he'll be right up there. And I am so excited to be able to, have some fun with it. And I think it's time that we get back into it. We have some new faces here. We got Miss Nuri, who's
Happy to be
gonna
here.
Yes, we are so excited, and we are going to do a lot, just a lot, and it's gonna be crazy. I'm pretty pumped. But
We
you know
didn't
what?
we didn't just get
Let's-
upgraded. We got fully super upgraded.
Yes, it's been awesome. I am thrilled to be back. Thank you all for our live viewers as well. We already have so many, so thank you all for watching. Super excited. We will have some parts during the show. We will have audience participation questions as well as live viewers, and you could possibly win some prizes. So stick around. You never know what could happen. But without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, I want to talk about the theme of the month. Okay, our theme of the month is going to be New Year's because it is New Year's. The first thing we want to do for New Year's is talk about our goals, how we can achieve our goals, keep our goals, and all that fun stuff. But before we do, Mr. Bernina, we have a very special guest, and I am super, super excited. It is time for our awesome spotlight. Let's talk about our guest. Who is he and
Yes, let's get on it, everyone. Arthur B., COO of Foreign Dynasty, a wonderful person, talented man, writer, producer, everything. This guy is the man, the legend, and the one that started this amazingness of all time. Give it up for Arthur B. And by the way, he's known. The Incredible.
Yeah, shout out to you.
I'll drink to that.
Thank you so very much for coming. We are so excited to have you here and to get to know you and to, just ask a lot of deep questions that I am just dying to know. Perfect. Well,
He's
the first
he's
thing I would
he's
actually...
muted for me.
Yep, you got to make sure you're in everybody. The globe.
Everybody's got to hear about your story and how amazing you are.
Alrighty, well, while he's getting that situated, we got the horizon glitches today, let me tell you. Alrighty, the very first question that I would like to ask our special guest once he gets back.
Yeah, 2025, we're still having the same old glitches.
Yes. Has anyone else noticed that there's a glitch in almost every single person's world where all of their pictures are missing? Does anyone else have that? Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I gotta go back to my company.
It's covered.
Brolink.
Yeah, this world is covered with photos, and they're all missing, and a lot of people are having the same issue. But looks like our special guest is back. Are we good? Can everyone hear you? Let's make sure everyone can.
No, he's still me. He might have to leave the party. Oh, there we go. There
he goes.
All right, can you hear me? Am I there?
Yes, you are there.
Yes.
And you're
all right,
full, great
good. We're here.
Awesome.
Okay,
Yes.
good. All right, yeah, difficulties, but we are here. I'm excited to be here. I heard we want to hop into it. We got some questions, yeah?
Heck yeah, we do. The very first question that we have here is... Whoop, okay.
Well, can I say something very quickly? I think that number one, if I can jump in for a moment, I think if we could possibly go back and give our guest an opportunity to share some of his accomplishments and his background a little bit more, because I think there was some more depth to it that I think would be very advantageous for everyone to hear. Would you mind doing that first?
That was actually the first question I had. If you didn't interrupt, Diva. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, well,
Just offering guidance.
Yeah, well, here's a little history on Arthur. Arthur's been in the game, and I say the game, the industry, the entertainment game, the music industry game, a little over 10 years, close to 15, and being a part of it as an artist, and then having schooling, and then having a passion, and then having a direction. I think I just put myself on the streets of it so early that I learned a lot on the way. I bumped my head on the way. I put myself in different positions. I always loved working with people and tried to see what we could do along their journey. So I think naturally, I've just always been in it. I've always been an entertainer, but I've always been the one that's working behind the scenes. And and that comes from the schooling. I went for audio engineering. So me being behind the boards, being behind the scenes is something that has always been a passion of mine. I want to get into film scoring. So there's a bunch of, depth to Arthur B. Known. And I can talk all day, and I guess that's why we're here. So let's keep going.
Mm-hmm. One of the questions that everyone, especially being part of Queen's Talk Gossip, the one thing that we always like to talk about is, we're in the metaverse. We like to elaborate exactly how you became on the metaverse, what drawed you to it, and why did you decide to try to bring your set of skills into VR?
Okay. Well, I think the decision to actually jump into it was pretty easy, but my history with the metaverse. So I have been a day trader and studying day trading for a while. So tech has always been in my vision, in the markets. But then, a few years back, I started noticing, the metaverse and how, there's an alternate verse. So with having a child myself, and, I know that's going to be part of her world, I just started dabbling into it, and I had no traction at first because I had no ground to understand what I was getting into. But I always kept a close ear to the metaverse. But then fast forward a few years, Nori the Lotus over here, our wonderful host, she called me. I want to say out of the blue a few months back, and we've talked about it before earlier last year, probably about this time last year. But they were just telling me how they were into it, and Chomp and them were doing shows. And I've worked with Nori outside in IRL. In the studio, I know her process. We've co-written songs. I've worked really close with her brother, who is also a vocalist in the industry. I've learned a lot behind him. So it all kind of lined up. But what happened is she gave me a phone call and said, "Hey, I think I have a good opportunity. We have this vision," talking about her and Chomp. We have this vision of, starting this company where we're going to represent ourselves as artists, and then in return it'll be kind of fun to kind of see if we can represent other artists and build their brand. And I said, you know what, that's what I've been doing in my career for the past 10 years, so it's kind of in my same lane. I think I see the idea and I see how it can be transferable over into the metaverse. Well, and this is actually my first introduction into the metaverse, not being behind the board. So this is my first public outing, but I've been doing a lot of things behind the scene, just growing the company. But it was a real easy opportunity for me to kind of step into it.
That's pretty awesome. Especially being the person behind the scenes, I can kind of relate to that because I used to be behind the scenes a lot too. With my production company in general, I would be the one to, push people out. I wouldn't be the one hosting. I would be the one guiding the host on what to do, that type of stuff. So I can kind of relate to that. And did you have any like struggles that you had to overcome to be able to do what you need to do today on a daily basis?
Oh, yeah, struggles. I think everybody is going to face adversity on whatever path they, decide to choose. But with me, I think it was an absolute choice to be like, hey, I fell in love with music. I have a passion. This is what I want to do. And I think the important part is making that choice and then understanding that there are going to be bumps. There's going to be, times you're feeling lost. There's misguidance. There's going to be different energy coming your way that you got to kind of handle. And I've dealt with all that. It's like, we're in the podcast with execs right here. Well, I'm an exec, but I've also been the one washing dishes. I've also been the one sweeping the floor, and I will continue doing that. So, and I think that's actually what had me found my companies. And to be able to represent artists or, guide them along this industry, because it is a complex industry. I'll say that. And the entertainment industry as a whole is really complex, and with little to no guidance, I think it's easy to get lost in it. So find ground, whether that's confidence in yourself, or find ground if that's good mentorship around you, or find ground with good representation of your brand. And I think once you find that and you decide that you want to be in the industry, industry to me is all about protection. It's protection of your art, protection of your music, protection of your brand, protection of yourself in a sense, because you are putting yourself out there for the world to hear you, to see you, to understand you, to listen to your depth, or to see you cry. So you're making that choice, but you also have to prepare yourself for that. And if you prepare yourself for that, I think your mind would be in the right direction, and then your journey could be as slow or fast, or is in the right direction that you want it.
That's really, really good. Love it. Now, with on the negative to the positive aspect, with the struggles that you have to overcome to be able to do certain things that you have to do, what is the one thing the one big goal that you actually achieved to do what you need to do for your company or your business? What was the one thing that you were so proud of that you could do to be able to get where you're at?
Very good question. Very good question. I think Nori can be the most recent to relate to this, found in Throne Dynasty. But to me, to answer that question, the most important thing to do is to get started, and not only get started, go through with the hard work, the admin work that nobody wants to go through. And I say, do the hardest things first, so everything after that comes a bit easier. And we don't want to do admin. That's why we hire out. That's why we, try to open up our time. And that's hard work because it's tedious, but it's also the easiest to get out the way. And once that's out the way, now we can get to creating freely. And now we don't have to worry about, is our art protected, or are we, because we did the hard things first. So just do it. And not only do it, but see it for yourself in black and white. See it for yourself so you can file away and know that, hey, I did the journey to not only see this idea, but to see it through, to be, represented in a respectful way in the industry. If not, there's easy ways that someone can come behind you and take what you own and not give you any credit for it. So just make sure you have your paper trail, and it only starts with an idea. Get the idea to notes and make those notes come true.
That's awesome. Now, for it being the new year, does it? Well, I guess I'll ask this question last. Does anyone else have any questions that they want to ask?
I think that he touched on a lot of great things when it comes to just being in the business industry, and just being in this particular industry, which is entertainment. I think he touched on so much. I don't really have any questions. He dropped a lot of jewels there, so
Yeah,
he did.
we know
No,
you
I have no questions.
Are
Oh
you
no, I have no
serious?
questions. I
This
have
is
none.
This is the first time.
I would have thought we got like 5 or 6.
2025.
She said she listening more this year, huh?
I do have one question. I do have a question.
Yes.
So, I'm not sure if a lot of people know, obviously, we work for the same company, but you're also an artist, right?
I am.
So
And
how
actually-
does that, go ahead.
No, please ask your question. I'm curious.
How does that, how do you balance being an executive for Throne Dynasty and being an artist for Throne Dynasty as well? Like, how do you balance that? Being at the top and, having to deal with the admin, the daily routines of that. And then also, having to put yourself out there as an artist.
So, in the beginning of the music career, before the executive move, the goal was, like any of us, is to be heard, right? So we'll get to the tracking, we'll get to, trying to build a team and get us out to there. And I've been through that process of an artist, of being managed, and being put on stage touring, and being working on big projects in the industry, with some very good producers and songwriters and musicians, and that's a journey in itself. The artistry was a journey in itself. And there was a point, and I'm be honest, there was a point where it all got too much for me. I think I was trying to carry too much, and then I wasn't getting, for me, enough, I guess, positive validation. So fast forward, I kind of lost the passion. So the decision to be like, okay, I don't want to move fields, but I want to, because I experienced a lot of the industry that I would consider sharks. The bloodsuckers that want to, not understand you, but use your product and not really. And it never sat well with me. So why, I want to be in this industry, but I don't want to treat people like that in this industry. So that was an easy decision. Like, okay, let me create something where I can, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that I don't want to be caught up in the things that I've already been caught up in. So taking, the schooling, and then taking the passion, and then finding, just I don't know. I call it like this, the Ronald Reagan, syndrome. It's just that button I always want to push, and I'm gonna push a button just to see what it does. And I pushed a lot of buttons on the way, and it was a climb, it was a journey, it wasn't a straight path. It wasn't, it was up and down, it was through the mud, but it was the dedication, and it was hurt through that, and it was highs, and it was things that you experience. And then I just started stacking the different parts of the industry, and I started learning different parts, and then spending years in those parts, from booking to tour management to recording artistry to seeing how far we can go. So I think I've always had the vision to take it from artistry to executive.
No matter how.
Okay. Miss Queen, I had one more question, if that's okay.
Yeah,
Because
go for it.
I really had a couple questions geared toward what he does essentially.
Mhm.
And I guess my first, before I ask the question, Arthur Binone, can you actually explain
Yes.
like what a distribution company is, what a
Mhm.
record label would be, and what your company with, or our company with Throne Dynasty, what those all three are, and kind of compare and contrast those three, and then I'll ask the question, if that's okay, because a lot of people don't really understand the differences between those. So when we get into this jargon, I just want to make sure that people are following us.
Okay, yeah, I can help, definitely. Good. To me, what I've learned is that there's different ways of getting your final product and getting it distributed, to the mass. And there's different ways you can do it. You can do it yourself, obviously, invest in yourself, or you can do it a couple different ways. You can sign with a record label, and those type of contracts or deals work a certain way. And if y'all want details on that, we can get into that. And then there's other there's other distribution companies that they all, in a sense, work the same on the front facing of the company, or of the publishing, right? But then it's literally what's happening behind the scenes is what's really going to sway
Let the
your stuff
royal-
one way or this way with the decisions you make. And I think and also I wanted to add, brand management is also it's of the same family, but it's in a sense different, because brand management actually kind of counters what traditional record labels would do, and brand management kind of empowers the artists, and kind of put the wind behind them. And then using the record label for distribution, or publishing, you can kind of lose less of your ownership of whatever product that you're trying to get out there.
Right. Okay. Well, my question is, why is ownership so important for artists, especially in a time where, like you mentioned, royalties can be mismanaged by like labels or distributors?
I believe I kind of expected a question like this, and I think my answer was going to be, I think ownership is the lesson and the most important thing in this industry. And it's, if you know you own it, you know where you can take it. If you don't know you own it, you might get taken advantage of. So that's
Exactly.
the information, that's where the mentorship, that's where the management, that's where the education comes in on anybody's journey, whether it's as an artist, or whether it's entry level exec, or even an exec now. I think the philosophy is the same. Do we own it? Can we put it out there? How is it going to be put out there? That's basically how that works right there.
That was perfectly said, honestly. Like, I couldn't say any better. Thank you.
Am I supposed to be centered right here in front of you?
No,
Or is
no.
it just looking like it to me? Okay.
You're supposed to sit down.
I'm not trying to steal the show, I promise.
It's not letting you move.
No, I can't.
I was getting some good
Oh, that's
shots,
Because you're holding
and I
the you're
got
holding
glitched.
the ball. Let go of the ball in your hand. Just open up your hands.
Okay.
Open up your hands.
Is it not letting you?
Yeah, hold
Kinda
on.
got
Hold on.
glitched.
No, he's holding a we now have in Horizon World, y'all, if anyone is looking to get some, we have.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone have the bad habit of having bad stick drift? These
Oh,
balls
yeah.
Yes.
prevent stick drift. He's holding one of
Oh.
those balls, so he has to
Oh,
just
okay.
yeah. So that's the reason why he
Gotcha.
can't. He,
Yeah.
he just has
Okay.
to use his
Gotcha.
trigger to
Yeah,
release
I had
it.
really
Yeah.
bad stick drift, and I got rid of mine by just going so much rubbing alcohol and cleaner. Just like
I know.
I
It's one of
went
the
to
worst things.
town on this analog stick. But no, it looks like you've been
That
through
might be it. Okay, I'm back. I'm
path
back in
of
the chair.
so many things, but you
Perfect.
just kept punching through. You didn't give up. Respect.
Yeah, and there's times where it'll crush you. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold that away from you. But there's something that grows in you, or there's someone that pulls you out of it. And I think both are important at different given
Yeah.
times. And but if it's of your heart, if it's where you want to be, if you see yourself doing it, I think you're gonna see it through no matter what. You're gonna find a way around it, through it, under it. Yeah, some way it'll be.
That's
And
awesome.
that's
Right.
just what I did. I believed in myself, and that was the biggest thing, and I still do.
And
So
you're doing amazing things, bro. Keep it up.
thank you. I will.
Yes.
Mhm.
A lot of that's a lot of deep information too, especially for you
Mhm.
know, people who want to first start out in the type of industry that you're in. What type
Mhm.
of, I know you kind of said it
Uh-huh.
earlier, but what type of advice would you give someone if they're trying to pursue the same type of career that you have?
Right. Like, what are some of the red
Yeah.
flags that they should watch out for, and how do they choose what they should go?
Um,
Distribution, label? That's kind of my question as well.
Well, my response to that, which are good questions, my response to that would be self-education is important. And take the time to do that. And then once, because the information's out there, the pathways are out there. There's a million different ways, different roads to get to one destination. I promise. And the road that you take is going to be your road. But self-education is important. And then once you get there, then you ask questions to those, and plug yourself into forums, plug yourself into communities who are in your lane. Say you want to be a content creator, plug yourself, follow content creators who are in the metaverse that do your thing. If you want to follow artists, like we got good artists here tonight that's going to perform, follow artists like that, and see how they do, see how they're representing. And then you either duplicate success, or you find your own path of that success. Don't always take everything. Take what you need, and that's from the good and bad. Don't take all 100% of the good, because some of it might be gassing you up. Don't take 100% of the bad, because it might be just doing that, being bad. But there are good tips, and both good and bad. Take what you need from it that fits you, and then work on it. But always stay feet to the ground, and really find people around you. And it's not going to be one way, one journey, one truck. You might have to hop around, but the more information, the more support, the more understanding that you have for what you're trying to do, the better you can, explain yourself to those who you want to listen to you, or those you want to support you. Am I still holding this thing? It must be
You
a
sure are.
fidget
It's
thing for
okay,
me.
though. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
must love
that's
you.
my response to that.
That is awesome. So
Mhm.
much awesome information. Does anyone else have any other questions?
No.
Diva, did you come up with
It's incredible to know
Nope,
all
I have no
this.
questions.
Like,
one?
I'm learning so much.
I know. I'm learning so much about it too. I didn't know that
Mm-hmm.
there's multiple different types of distributions and all that. Like that's really good. Like
Mhm.
especially with people, going into that industry. It's really definitely good to know. Thank you
Mhm.
so much
Oh,
for
absolutely.
being here.
Thank y'all for
Thank
having
you.
me. This was a pleasure. Thank you, Diva. Thank you, Miss Queen. Thank
Yes,
you.
of course.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
It was
much.
good. It was good.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
is
thank
exciting.
you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful,
It
educating
has-
artists is always a good
It's
thing.
an honor
so.
to have you.
Yes.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Goodness.
I see
We
you
got
out there.
Horizon glitches today.
It's all right. We got it.
Well,
Oh, I'm up
guys,
here.
it has been
Whoa.
awesome trying to get to know our special guest who is now flying. Oh boy, hope he's okay. Oh, okay. But it was awesome trying, like, getting to know him and getting to know all that information. But you know what I think it's time for?
What's that?
I think it's definitely time for some awesome music. Miss Nuri, what do we have coming up next?
Oh, I'm here. Okay, so the next act that we have, wonderful, wonderful artist here in the metaverse, just dropped a new single called "Empty Inside," which is an amazing song, by the way. Just also did a music video, a VR music video with Sherwin VR Productions. Went flawless. I'm really excited to have her on the Throne Dynasty team with us, and I just can't wait to bring her out. Her name is Auntie Panda.
Hey.
Hello, Auntie Panda. You're on mute.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
Hello.
I
It's
am
great to
well.
have you here.
Thank
I
you,
gotta
thank
move
you,
this.
thank you.
There we go.
How are you today?
I'm well, and you?
I know the weather is kind of crazy where we are. I'm doing good. It's kind of cold outside.
I couldn't feel my
Here in
face.
New West. I want to talk a little bit just about you being an artist here in the metaverse. When did that start? Like, how long have you been in the metaverse? And when did you just jump into performing, or like how did that start?
All right, so I've been in the metaverse for a year and a month now. So I jumped in the metaverse 2023 of December. As far as a metaverse artist, I didn't really become a metaverse artist just right off the bat. You know, I was already making music prior before coming into the metaverse. Then I saw like people, you know, that were artists as well, making music and stuff like that. And then I learned that they do stuff like that in the virtual reality world. So it just kind of took off from there.
Okay, that's amazing. That's kind of how I got into it. I think like the second weekend, it was a little bit different for me because I knew someone that knew someone that got me a performance. But other than that, it kind of was just that, just me hanging out on the game, jumped into
Same.
doing art. So, I do have some questions for you, some more questions. Your new single that you have, "Empty Inside," can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes.
What inspired
Empty
that?
Inside is actually a part of the album I dropped. It's called Storyteller. And basically Empty Inside and all of the songs from Storyteller is basically about what I was dealing with in 2023. I was dealing with depression, anxiety, I have PTSD. Also, this is mental health awareness.
Yeah.
Mental health is very, very important, especially in
Mhm.
this day and age. Empty Aside is basically speaking of myself. I'm mirroring myself, seeing myself empty. Like I'm around people that love me, I'm around people that care about me, but still I feel, I feel like I got nobody. I feel like nobody understands me. It,
Mhm.
especially in the state of mind that I was in. I was down, I was out, and trying to put a smile on your face and wear a mask. I still felt, incomplete.
I can relate to that, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. I mean, I don't know if anybody's like me, but I believe in things like the holiday blues and stuff like that. So around these type of holidays, people get the blues. I mean, people have lost loved ones. It's just a really change is always uncomfortable. So coming into this new
Mhm.
year and the holidays, people are dealing with those things that you've dealt with. And I think that's really good that you're talking about that. And when you think about your song "Empty Inside," it's very, I mean, when you think about it, obviously you know you can relate to it.
Mhm.
It's straightforward. I feel empty inside, and it just makes you want to dive deeper into what those feelings are about. So I really can't wait for that. I know you just came out with a music video in virtual reality.
I
How
did.
like how was that like, creating or storytelling through your music inside of virtual reality with Sherwin?
Man, it was amazing and crazy. Big shout out to Sherwin. I love him so much. It's crazy because like I initially down the line, I didn't know when, I didn't know how. I did want to make a music video, like one in real life, but I didn't, in my mind, I didn't think it was possible in the VR world. But I'm like, okay, hello, cameras. people. So I actually got a chance to know Sherwin, and we actually picked out worlds. He had some worlds in mind, I had some worlds in mind, and me and him got the big brain thinking. So that went awesome, and we did pretty much everything in one day, I believe, pretty much in 2 days. So it went awesome. It was very fun.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I figured, because I've been in those experiences, it's always really fun, especially to see the after effect after the editing, after everything's done, production. It's always good to see the finishing edits, and it was a really good video.
Yes.
What is your favorite line in your song "Empty Inside" and why?
Oh, that's a good one.
Probably didn't expect that one.
I did not.
It's okay if you can't think of it right now.
I can't think of it right now. I'm not
Okay, well,
gonna
we'll
even
go
lie
to the
you.
next one. We'll go to the next one. Which artists have inspired you, like in your journey of being an artist?
So many great artists that I listen to that keep me going every day from different genres. Um, Artists like Damian Marley, Bob Marley, Skip
Hmm.
Marley
You love the
from
Marleys.
All the
Yes,
Marleys. Yeah.
love
Gotta
them
Reggae.
catch all the
definitely.
Marlies.
Um, Indeed, Queen Omega, Queen Jalifa, um, and you have artists. Let's see, Jill Scott, Erica Badu, India
Hmm.
Ari,
Yes.
um, Cheryl Pepsi Riley. Then you just have underground artists too. There's a lot of underground
What about the
artists that are
old
just.
school singers, like Take It Back in the day?
Oh,
Who would you
let's
say?
see. Jeez. We have Earth, Wind, and Fire, the
Okay.
Temptations,
Yes.
the Electrics. Uh,
New
there's a lot
Edition.
of
Classics.
Yes, New Edition, Tyrese, Tank. I love me some
Yes.
Tank.
Yes.
Gotta love me some Tank.
Okay.
Uh,
Got a little
there's just a
flavor.
lot of people that inspire me. Just a lot. Good artists.
That's a lot of good music. I mean, music makes the world go round. So,
Oh yeah.
my last question for you is, before you bless us with this art, what excites you about working in the metaverse with Throne Dynasty?
It's new territory for me. Like I said, when it comes to being a part of an entertainment business, that is a first for me. It was a big step for me to make. I've never been a part of, a business like this, and never
Mhm.
thought I could. But also, it will give me the experience to grow more feathers on my wings, if that makes sense, so I can fly a little bit higher, get better, reach the
Mhm.
goals that I want to pursue, and reach the goals that that are for me and that are in front of me, so I can reach and grasp and take them.
And with a heart like yours, Auntie Panda, you gonna make it for sure.
Well, I actually have a question for you, Auntie Panda.
Yes, ma'am.
So my question is, I listened to you talk about your album and where you drew inspiration from. And I heard you talk about what you enjoyed thus far in the metaverse, etc. But I want to talk a little bit about you. What drives you as an artist? Why? Why do you do what you do? And what drives you?
It's a
I
good
do
question.
I do it for the people that are misunderstood. I do it for the people that are not
Mm.
heard. I do it for the people that are not able to speak out for themselves. I do it for the misfits because I am a misfit myself.
Hmm.
I've been to the point where I didn't have nobody to speak for me. I didn't have nobody to give me the guidance that I needed. But because of the talent that I was blessed with from the Most High, I wanted to channel everything I've been through from mental abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, from being mistreated, disregarded, and everything and more. I wanted to use that, to channel that, to put it into my music for young and old. Regarding your situation, you can do what I do and express yourself and inspire others.
That is
And
a
that is
very,
what
That's
very
beautiful.
good.
and that is what I
Mhm.
love to hear. And I would just say to you as an artist, and I could hear it in your voice and I could feel your energy in your spirit. Always make sure when you sit down for any interview That's what you want to say, because that told me in 2 seconds who you were and why you do what you do. And I would go out and buy your album like within 30 minutes. That's the part that moves us. You're welcome.
Ah,
Beautiful.
such a wonderful soul, and such great to meet another amazing artist
Girl
in the
with
Horizon
chin.
Worlds. You are incredible.
Thank you very
Definitely.
much.
So now without further ado, Auntie Panda, are you ready to perform Empty Inside?
I'm so excited. I'm so pumped
Let's
up.
do it.
Woo!
Let's do
All right.
it.
DJ S6 Chomp. You ready for us?
Oh.
Uh-oh. You jump on top? Oh, uh-oh. Okay.
I got
There we
you.
go. Yep, get up there.
I'm like a monster, like a beast, and I don't have feelings inside. They've been ripped up out of me, that part I cannot lie. On a roller coaster, yeah, I'm on the same hellish ride. Try to move forward and I'm not backed all the way in time. Yeah, nobody understands the pain I be going through, man, it's so crazy, it be on the daily. Like negative people that try to be demons and feed up your energy, man, it's so crazy. Like somebody came to me, stop me and carve my heart up with a knife. Assassins up in the night trying to take my life, not once but twice. I can't trust nobody, I just need to know if I should go left or right. I swear it's a battlefield out here, man, it's like an eye for an eye. Like, oh my God, it's so real, gotta keep it like a shield. Nobody never ever understands my will, gotta keep my heart like an iron steel. Have you ever been in a drought and it's been so dry? Man, you felt so thirsty that you just might die. Have you ever felt pain like you got pierced up in your side? That's just how it feels when you feel empty inside. You try to take away the pain by getting super high. Wanna go float like a kite in the sky. It's like daylight never comes and it is always night. That's how I feel when I'm empty inside. Yeah, I'm empty inside. I feel empty inside. I feel empty inside. I feel empty inside. Inside. I don't have murder on my mind. I just feel empty inside. I just feel that pain. What else can I gain? Empty inside. Empty inside. Empty inside. Feel this pain, but then it is deep inside. I feel this pain within it is deep inside. I feel this pain is deep within. Inside, inside, yeah. I feel this pain is deep within.
That was so good.
Auntie Panda.
Woo!
Auntie Panda,
Auntie
y'all.
Panda,
Auntie
everyone.
Panda Single.
Hey.
Such a
Absolutely
fantastic,
amazing.
beautiful song.
Heartfelt music. Beautiful, 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 beautiful artist. I'm
Well,
Coming
excited
straight
to
from the
work with
mind,
her.
the heart,
That was amazing.
and the energy. I got some great shots. That was beautiful.
Auntie Panda, do you want to go ahead and leave your socials, and then you're free to join the audience when you're done.
Okay, now I can get off the stage. I don't know. I've been very glitchy.
Sorry. My socials, my Instagram is the same name, XX Auntie Panda XX. That is the only active social I have right now. But if you want to check out my YouTube page, it's also the same name, XX Auntie Panda XX.
Where
And
can
my
they find your
SoundCloud
music?
is
Yeah.
YouTube and SoundCloud. On SoundCloud it's just Auntie Panda, and YouTube is the XX Auntie Panda XX. That's it.
We'll be on all platforms soon. We're working on that, but right now YouTube and SoundCloud.
Hell yeah.
That is awesome.
Thank you so much. We were so honored.
You
to
have
you
my
on
subscribe.
Topanga. You
That
really did
was
amazing.
so good.
That was really
Thank
good.
you.
I love that one. That was so
Thank
you.
good.
That was
I'm kind of in shock. That was.
I am.
actually really
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what'd you think, Chomps? What'd you think? Did you think it was fantastic?
Yeah, of course, you know what I mean? I think that Auntie Panda, glad that you hitting it with that melodical stuff, that style, you know what I mean, that groove. I was here dancing behind the DJ thing, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I should
Thank
go
you.
up there and party up there. That was awesome.
And don't think I'm being a little weird or getting up close. I'm just the cameraman from the eye point of view. So,
Yeah. He gets
We
up
know,
close
we
and
know.
personal.
I know it was some good footage, bro, Nina. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome.
Yes. And I do know that our special guest actually got kicked out before they can announce their socials. So I do have a
Yes.
microphone right up here. If you would like to come up to the microphone and give
Right here.
us your socials. That's not the microphone. Boop, try that again. May need to go in and out and back in on it because it might. Are you muted? Are you not muted, right?
Nope, he's not muted. Unless he got off the headset for a while, he may be. Yeah, your mouth's not moving. Well,
All
his
that
Instagram is the same as his name, Arthur B.
Oh,
Known.
is it?
You can find him
okay.
there. He also helps manage the Throne Dynasty page on Instagram.
Excuse me, real quick.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You said that his Instagram is the exact same as Arthur B. Known.
No.
Because when I
It's without
harass,
the dot.
I want to make sure I'm harassing the right person on Instagram.
Without the dot, Auntie Diva. Without the dot.
Oh, without the dot.
I'll make
Thank
sure
you.
I
I
send
want to
you
make sure I had the
information.
name correct. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Chomps. Oh my
We got you
goodness.
covered.
That is funny. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for your amazing artwork that you have just sung. It was amazing. I definitely got to find it and download that shit because that was
Yeah,
awesome.
Auntie
But
Panda's one of my faves. I love her.
yes,
Auntie Panda, we definitely have to have you back.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait
Yeah,
for that
we will.
content.
We
Wait for that
will.
Yes.
content. She
Oh,
gotta start
hell
making
yeah.
content and
That's what we're
everything like
talking
that.
about.
Oh
About to
yeah.
start making
She's also a
content.
content creator as well. She's an influencer. She does Twitch live streaming. So catch her on
Oh,
Twitch.
awesome.
Same thing, Auntie
Mhm.
Panda. She do
I'll
all
be
of
here.
it. I mean,
do
jack of
they
all
call?
trades.
Are there a real thing
Indeed,
called
indeed.
like meta groupies? Or is that what a thing? Is that a bad thing? Is a groupie a bad thing? I don't know if that's a bad.
Yeah,
I have
it
no
kind of
idea.
Is it?
is.
Okay, meta non-groupie, meta fan. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm learning. I'm
I
learning
think
new
it might
words.
be like Entourage.
You're learning and
Yeah, there
growing.
we go. There
Groupie
we
is
go.
groupie's not a bad thing.
It's not
Groupie
bad.
can be a good
Yes,
thing
yes,
as long as
It
you're
depends
not
on how you
putting
use
out.
it,
You're
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm
exactly.
definitely not putting. I won't put out, but I won't be grouping the group. You know, what
You
I'm saying,
good.
but you know what I'm saying. But thank you so much for performing. That was literally fantastic. I'm shook.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
shook in my core. And that song is like so deep too. Like it like resonates with a lot of things that
Wait
people
till you
feel,
see the
too.
music
So
video.
it's
Go to
just-
her page. Yeah.
oh,
Wait till you see it. You're gonna, yeah.
I'm shook. Okay, anyway. But wow, thank you so much. And thank you for our amazing special guest who is here. He did such an amazing job explaining so many things that his company does and how it reverts their dynasty. And it was just awesome. But we do have audience participation, and it is that time, guys.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
get some
Choo-choo.
hyped music up in here. It is audience participation time. It is Spill the Tea with Auntie D, ladies and gentlemen. That means we can have an anonymous letter sent to us, or if someone from the audience or the live stream has a specific question,
I've been
it
tempted
literally
to
can
grab
be
this
any
tea.
type of question. Okay, it is any type of question that you have that you want to ask. Feel free to come up to the mic and ask it, or ask it online. Our awesome DJ up there is taking a look at our chats to see if anyone has any questions up there. But if we do not have live audience or streamers having questions, I do have a letter that came in, and it was a juicy, let me tell you. So if anyone here has any questions, anyone online? Do you see anyone online, Mr. DJ?
No, it's pretty quiet over here.
Alrighty, so Miss Auntie D, I'm
Listen, welcome to the QT.
Gotta love the glitches. Miss Auntie D, this question, again, it's anonymous, so I don't know who wrote it, but
Okay.
I can tell you, it's spicy. It's spicy.
Spicy. You know, I like spicy questions.
I know, and that's why I picked it. I'm like, I found it. I was reading all of them. I'm like, we have to read this one first.
I like spicy questions. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Sriracha, red
you
hot.
ready? Let's all get our teacups. We all have teacups. Everyone got our teacups. You guys got teacups over there? Yep. Let's all.
Oh Lord, yes we do.
Got my favorite herbal. Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yes, girl.
Herbal tea.
I am glitching. Can you all still hear
Yes.
me? Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, I glitched. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
So, and this is from the letter. Here we go. So,
Mhm.
I'm hanging out with some friends, and we have decided to watch a movie. One of my friends picked it, and we were all sitting just watching. But out of nowhere, his phone connected to the TV, and boom, a super exotic scene plays on the screen. Full on, no turning back, can't fix. Everyone freezes, my friend's fumbling to find the remote, trying to turn it off. But it's like it's in slow motion. I'm just sitting there sweating, trying to make a joke. Well, this escalated quickly, but nobody laughed. Finally, he manages to yank the phone off the TV and turns the scene off. So, after all that disaster, what is your guilty pleasure? And what is your guilty pleasure that you've never admitted in public until now?
You asking me this? Am I supposed to answer something?
Yes.
or-
Yes, that's the question.
asking me this?
asking, what is your guilty pleasure that no one knows until now?
They went through all of that to get to that one little question.
Yes! That's why I picked it.
Hell! I thought we had some. I thought this one asked me about
This one went from a
dildos,
story to a
something else,
question.
you know. I'm like, I'm 50. I'm almost 55. I got stuff on my chest. I need to say it's gonna be a rough year for y'all.
What is your
Shoot, I
guilty
thought I had
pleasure?
some good. I had all kind of stuff ready when you told me I had a question to
Right.
answer. I done looked online through magazines and everything. Okay, I'm ready.
What is your guilty
Okay, guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Oh, I know. This is gonna seem really way off base.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm gonna say I do this. But you remember, I don't know, I might be dating myself. It used to be like when I was a little girl, my grandmother taught me how to do, you know, you get those little latch hooks and you make those little silly rugs and stuff. I don't know if y'all made those. My grandmother showed me how to do it many moons ago. And I don't think I've ever told anybody that I still buy the kits and kind of do them today that by myself. They kind of relax me. So I've got stacks of these things and I don't really have nowhere to put them. I'm supposed to like sew them on the front of pillows and stuff, but nobody actually knows that I do it until now.
You know what? That's kind of unique. That's different. Okay.
Look, because that would be totally opposite of what you think I would do, right?
Yeah, it is the total opposite. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's one of my little, kind of relaxes me. It's something I like to spend my time by myself, being something, and I do that. And I think it's like a repetitive motion, but I also think it brings back good memories. So
Okay. Okay. I feel it. Now, since we have some time, Nuri, what's your guilty pleasure?
Honestly, I've been over here trying to think of it, and I really like. I mean, I'm a pretty straightforward type of girl. I don't think I have any hidden things that
Yeah,
I
we're
do,
like an open
unless
book.
that guy up there can tell me.
Yeah, hey Trump, what's her guilty
Oh, don't ask him. Don't ask him nothing. Don't do that.
I want to know.
Lord, don't ask him
You know what I
nothing.
mean? I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
Sending me to
what's
go
coming?
get them little nerd candies all the time.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
It could be super
Okay.
hot.
I don't
it could be
blame you.
I
super
do kind
cold,
of
it could be-
excessively do that.
It could
know
meteors
what?
could be falling out the sky. You know what I mean?
You're-
Boy, gotta run.
you are
get
so-
them-
No, very sweet. I'm like, I just need those nerds.
I'm literally drinking a nerd slushy right now from Starbucks.
Oh,
I
my
love
goodness.
those
What about
things.
you, Bro Nina? What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh God, that's a hard one because I got a lot of guilty pleasures.
That many.
From watching anything from my childhood to learning about stuff that I never knew that I grew up with. Watching or playing a game that is so bad and terrible that everyone says is awful, but I still enjoy in some sort of way, even though I know it's bad. Yeah.
Ooh, I've remembered after Bronina. I
Yes.
remember
But
Bronina.
yeah, most of my guilty pleasures is enjoying my past, or if I had to pick a food guilty pleasure, anything chicken nuggets.
Oh, I'm a slut for crab
Chicken
rangoon, let me
nuggets.
tell you.
I'm kind of
Dino
over chicken
nuggets.
nuggets, but I do like chicken
Crab
tenders.
rangoon.
I do.
Chinese
like
crab
chicken
rangoon, that's
tenders.
me.
Yeah.
Love
Definitely
Chinese.
like
Fried
chicken tenders.
reindeer.
Mm.
No,
You said fried reindeer.
Anything to try any new dipping sauces.
Fried reindeer.
But yes, I am done.
You said, okay. I thought she said a fried reindeer. I said,
No, I said I don't know how you got I'm the slut for crab rangoon and then
Oh,
fried
crab
reindeer.
rangoons are
I have no
amazing.
idea.
But anyway, but what,
So good.
we,
Oh, I remember mine, Miss Queen. So my
What
guilty
is your-
pleasure is I love, like, I'm really like, it's kind of an obsession, but I love binge watching like very, very low budget international movies on like YouTube.
oh, that's freaking
Oh,
awesome.
I'm you know
I've
what?
seen
Now
a
that I'm
few.
thinking about that, I think my guilty
I like
pleasure.
Nollywood, Bollywood, you name it.
Actually, you know, let me do the guests first. What, Auntie Panda? We're gonna be best friends after this. What is your guilty pleasure?
oh, and I like serial killers.
Oh God. That
What?
took a left turn.
I'm sorry. Please hold on. What?
She said serial
I'm a
killers.
I'm sorry. Most people don't know, but I'm like a walking serial killer encyclopedia. That's the other thing. So I come
Oh.
So
from,
you like to
know,
study the
soft
mind of
latch
a serial
hook to-
killer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
There you go,
Dexter?
Auntie Panda. You can go.
Dexter's a serial
I'm
killer
little-
movie.
Ooh, yes, that's good.
really
That's a
good.
one. They came out with a new one when he was like
I'm a
growing up.
walking
With his son.
encyclopedia.
Yeah,
Oh.
with his son.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, Auntie Panda, guilty pleasure, go.
I would say my guilty pleasure is binge watching anime because I am a nerd.
And that
I'm
is
a scientific nerd too. I like to learn about the solar system, different
Oh, that's
planets,
awesome.
health benefits, health herbs. My guilty pleasure for food will probably be cheesecake because I love cheesecake.
Cheesecake, yeah.
Auntie Panda.
You can ask
Okay.
anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Auntie Panda.
That
Blue
is-
Eye Samurai. Watch that right.
I'm not gonna lie.
What's it called
Did
again?
you watch Blue Eye Samurai?
I have not.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Goodness, I
watched-
gotta
Now,
introduce you.
if we talking samurai, the classic samurai, Afro samurai. Yes, I've seen it.
Afro Samurai. Yeah. That's
Okay, well, you would like
that's
Blue
a
Eye.
classic right there.
I like to
Afro
another.
Samurai.
you,
Keep that joint in his mouth.
Hang on,
What's your guilty pleasure?
Chomps. What's your guilty pleasure?
Gotta get the
You know,
DJ
I was
up in
sitting
here.
here, can you hear me? Are we good?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would say, outside milkshakes. I like milkshakes. You know,
What type of milkshake?
Strangle.
Girl,
yeah.
He is such a burbo.
Type of milkshake.
I like milkshakes.
I feel like I'm not really too picky. I just like something about like the coldness. Maybe it's like nostalgia. Or something like
Yeah,
that.
he like
Virgo.
cold drinks, like everything cold.
It's just the
He'll
way
take
that it
Kool-Aid,
feels,
ice
you
it
know
in
what
the
I
freezer.
mean?
He'll take Hawaiian
such
punch,
a
ice it in the
Virgo.
So
freezer.
anything
He'll
freezing.
take any drink And I
We literally are gonna do a show on horoscopes
He
because I
even
see
took
so
a
much
Four
here.
Loco one time,
Alright.
and praised it.
I got a couple more.
Yes.
I know I have many more. But a couple of my guilty pleasures is I love watching stuff about horror stories, chills, like crime stories.
Yes.
I don't know why I like watching that type of stuff.
Serial killers?
Yeah, I'll get interested in watching
I
that.
do love
And-
watching serial
And
killer
honestly, I
shows.
like
I'm not
watching
gonna lie, I
YouTube
definitely
drama
do.
for some
I'm really
reason in
good.
Hollywood because it's interesting. Like for example, I was watching.
One time I scared a boss into a rave with that
I've been
information.
watching the drama between Disney and the people who make.
Oh man.
Scare my
One of the
boss.
things I've been watching is the drama between Mufasa and Sonic, with the whole thing going back and back with those movies. So I think Disney's
Have
been
you
kind of
watched
petty.
Agatha Alone yet, Bronina?
What?
You watched
yes.
Agatha Alone?
No, I need to watch that still. It's on my
It
list.
reminds me of Monk. It reminds me of Monk so much.
Good.
Yes,
Disney.
I
oh
love
my God.
Monk.
Their shows
She was
are
offered a
getting
Golden
like
Globe.
so.
She didn't
I mean,
win, but damn, she did really great. Everyone thought the show was. They didn't know what to figure if it was going to be good or not, but it was great. But I haven't watched it.
And
I
then we
just heard about it.
had, where is KJ? Is he still here? I know that he was a guest who, if he is still here, if not, it's okay. But guys, anyone else in the audience want to tell us what your guilty pleasure is, or anyone else online? Type it out, send it out. We'll read it out loud. If not, we'll read it next
My guilty pleasure is
KJ.
being positive
He's right
vibes to
there.
all of you. You know?
Hey KJ, we were just talking about you.
Okay,
we hear
what
you
is
now?
your guilty pleasure? Hopefully.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Are you talking?
Thank you.
Oh, it's a meta glitch.
Yeah, you got a lot of meta glitches.
Oh, not good.
Yeah, you gotta
Arthur.
you gotta restart.
Poor Uncle Arthur.
Stay.
His guilty pleasure is to stay mute. Just kidding.
But guys,
just kidding.
it has been an awesome show. I am so happy to have you guys here. Thank both of my special guests, artists. It was amazing. Awesome information.
Thank you so
amazing
much.
song.
Thank you for having
We
me.
are
Thank you for
back with
having
a
me. And
bang.
Big shout out to Throne Dynasty. Big shout out to
Throne
Throne Dynasty.
Dynasty,
Thank y'all
I
so
guess.
much.
We are back and better ever.
Thank you, guys.
Bigger, better, and amazing. This is going to be the best year yet for Queen's Talk Gossip and everybody here. Thank you for everybody coming.
Yes. Now, although it is the first episode and it has been slightly glitchy, we will figure it out definitely for next week, but it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We're going to have games, prizes, people can come win.
And-
it's going to be awesome. I'm so
And if I
excited.
screwed up some words or I screwed up something, just let me know. I don't think.
But before we go, Miss Diva, you know,
Do I let them know now or later?
you can let me know. But I'm glitching again.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay, so sorry. But it's that time. It is time to announce that unfortunately it is that time to go. If I can stop the music. There we go. Again, meta glitch. But before we do, it's time to go around the table and discuss where we can be found. So, Miss Nuri, where can people come find you and reach out to you if they had something they want to, like, what's your socials? Why can't I stop this?
You can find me at nurithelotus.video or throne.dynasty. I manage that page as well. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. And how about you, Miss Diva? Where can people come and find you if they want to talk to you?
You can find me on Instagram at Mogul Mindset Metaverse, Meta Biz Network, or Black and Brown Meta.
Nice. And what about you, Bronina? Where can people come and find you if they want to talk to you?
Well, you can find me at Bronin_C.R.S. In Instagram. You can also find me on TikTok on Bronia CRS. And now, for the first time ever, you can find me on YouTube at Bronina CRS, all capitalized. Bronina VR. I think it's VR CRS. I'll make sure I put that into the video. But yes, brand new YouTube. Big things start to come.
Nice. And what about you, Mr. Chomps? Where can people come
You
find
can find
you?
me at S6 Motion, you know what I mean? Video editor, you know what I mean? Artist, DJ, I guess so. But we here for the Queen's Talk podcast.
Let's go. And I am Miss Queen. You can find me on Instagram at Miss Queen Lily 01. Definitely shoot me a like, a follow on there, so that way whenever we do announcements and like that, you know all about it.
I don't want your tea going to waste.
You could. Oh, thank you. You could also find me on YouTube for Queen's Talk Gossip YouTube and Queen Royalty Productions, where we go and promote specific worlds. So definitely come. Also, a new thing, you can follow us, all of us, on Discord. There's a Discord information out on the board, all out there. Definitely go take a look at it. And then we will hopefully see you guys next week, because it's going to be wild. We got some fun games. We got a lot of fun information coming up next week. It's going to be great. So thank you all so much for being here, and see you next week.
Woo! Thank you for joining us today here at King Gossip Podcast with the best of the best info around. Join us again every Thursday